guys, fam. I'd like to welcome you back to my new shop, my new place of business, my world. Alright guys, here's what we're going to do today. I want to do a quick teardown and kind of a little go through of one of my best selling devices as far as what I'm selling to a customer that's looking to get off the cigarettes. What we have is the Ego 1. This is the 1100 mile version, which they come in the 2200 mile version, and they come in the 2600 mile version. This one's a beast. It has a basically a 4 mil juice capacity in that, plus the 2600 mile battery and airflow for days. So this thing is a freaking monster. But these two here, this little guy here is probably the most impressive of the bunch. So when somebody walks into my store and they're looking to kick the old cigarette habit, this is what I go to. Anyways, I've got a lot of questions and a lot of customers that don't always, know how to put these things together and how to take care of them and just do the things they need to do, changing coils, things like that. So if you're not one of those, you can go ahead and click off of this video, but please like and subscribe. Like I said, I just want to give everybody the knowledge that they need, and I try to in person when they purchase these items from me, but the thing is not everybody buys from me. So let's go ahead and do a quick look at this thing. As you can see, the 1100 mile battery is super tiny little guy. Has a little power indicator right there. You've got a airflow ring, and you've got a 1.8 mil juice capacity tank on here. Plus it comes with two different chuff caps, one being the Pyrex plastic and then the other being the stainless steel, which I think is just a wrapping. I don't think it's actually made out of stainless because it's not that heavy. But at any rate, I always switch this out to the Pyrex tip because you get a better airflow and a more satisfying hit out of the device. Okay, here's your airflow ring. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. As you can see, bigger the cloud, bigger the hole. Just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, down here's your micro USB charger. Now what I would recommend is when you charge your device, it's got a little red indicator light here that'll flash and let you know that your device is charging, and it should stop when your device is completed. I would not recommend plugging this thing up and throwing it in a cup holder in your car. I know they're small and but these are just put in there just like any other micro USB, so they're not really made to be yanked around and pulled. I've had a lot of people who've been kind of rough with theirs, and they've popped that little thing loose in there, and then you start creating charging issues for your device. So it's just best to just go ahead and either set it down or just lay it down when you're charging. And like I said, that's just me, passing a little bit of insight along on that stuff. So let's go ahead with this little device here and pretend that we have a bad coil. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip our device upside down. As you can see, the top airflow ring right here is where the tank actually meets with the airflow ring. So let's just go ahead and give that a twist. As you can see, it should just be snug, never over tightened. And then that exposes the coil. Okay, here's your coil, guys. This is the 0.5 coil. You can see the airflow. So if yours is not big like that, chances are you have the 0.1 coil. In my personal opinion on that coil, it's not the best coil in the world. I mean, it tightens up your draw and your airflow. So if you're having trouble with it, get to a place where you can get a 0.5 and switch that thing out. So, alright, what you want to do is you want to give this thing a few twists. It pops right out. This is what you should be looking at. Okay, you see that little screw in there? That's what you need to see. Okay, just grab your new coil, go ahead and twist that bad boy back in there. And again, guys, I can't stress to you the importance of not over tightening your coil, because if you over tighten your coil, you're taking the chance of possibly cutting that O-ring, and that's going to give you a permanent leak on that coil until you switch out your coil. So just remember, guys, these things only need to be snug. They don't need to be over tightened. And another thing I've noticed with these devices, when you're filling your fluid up a lot, or you're constantly kind of pulling your tank off, these atomizers tend to work themselves loose. So just make it a habit of constantly tightening your coil and just make that habit, because if you don't, that coil spin loose and then you end up getting juice out of the airflow. And I'll be quite honest with you guys. I don't want to have to see you because of that and tell you just you've spun your coil loose. So do us a favor and keep that coil tight. Alright guys, here's what you do now. As you've got your tank and you've already got your switched out coil. So you can see that there's a little center hole in here. You don't want to go down that one with your juice. That's obviously going right down the windpipe for your device, and you're going to end up with a mouthful of juice. So as you can see right down the side wall next to the glass, there's a little, I don't know exactly what you would call that, concave or whatever. You basically want to take your needle nose bottle, fill that up all the way until it hits to the bottom of the stainless steel ring down in the center. Okay? And then once you've got that thing filled, you just hold your tank like so, stick it back together. Same thing with the O-rings, guys. Don't over tighten these. You will cause some problems for yourself. Okay, that's really pretty much it. It's a fantastic little device, and I would highly recommend this to anyone who is wanting to quit smoking. Alright guys, look forward to getting back into the videos a little bit more and being more active that way. It's kind of tough to get these out there, I mean, especially with the stores. Like, it seems like there's always people here, which is a good thing, but then again, you know, for video purposes, it's not always the best thing. So, alright guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Much love. I'll be doing some giveaways here pretty soon too, so stay tuned.